I will from now on be talking like Katharine Hepburn, darling, because I think it's appropriate now that, you know, I'm such an esteemed actress. Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing wonderful today. I'm super excited to sit down with you guys and talk about something that I have kind of been keeping under the wraps, and that is that I booked my first acting role. Thank you very much. What can I say? I'm getting an Oscar tomorrow. So I did recently book my first role as an actor in a commercial. I can't really give any details as to what the company is or, you know, who I worked for as of yet, just because it hasn't been released yet. But when it is released, I will definitely let you guys know on my Instagram stories and on my Instagram page. So definitely follow me over there if you want to keep up with, you know, my acting experience. I kind of just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys what I experienced booking my first role. It was as an extra in a role, and though we didn't really have any lines, there was a lot of ad-libbing, and there was a lot that we had to improvise while we were there filming. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about it and just, like, you know, catch up, because I thought that'd be really fun. And I know I like watching videos like this on YouTube, but I'm also rambling and I'm also stalling. So let's get into the video. So I'm very new to acting, acting on film, that is. I feel like acting is one of the easiest and fastest ways to get on set and kind of experience what set life is, and that's why I really wanted to try it out. And the more and more I've tried it out, the more I realize that I really love it, and it's such a beautiful art form, and it's such like a fun thing to do. It's just really fun. So firstly, I use Backstage.com. I'm not signed with an agent as of right now, and so I'm kind of looking for roles for myself. So I use Backstage.com and have created a portfolio, and in my portfolio I just list a lot of things, like, you know, the basics, like your height, weight, age, all that stuff. And then I also have calls to things I've worked on in the past. So I have worked on a commercial before, and I have, you know, acted in my own short films as well. I also have my writing and directing experience on there. It's just a really good portfolio for, you know, auditioning for anything, or for agencies, or for casting directors to see your work and see what kind of person you are. And in that case, the latter was true, because I was reached out to by one of the casting directors for this commercial that I was in. And originally I was supposed to audition for one role, but they decided to go with someone older, but the casting director really still wanted me to be in the production, and so I was called back for an extra role, which was super, super fun. And the reason I was so excited to do this as well is because it was a paid role, and it was also reasonably timed, because there was one shoot that was from like 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. or something crazy like that. But obviously my schedule didn't allow it at the time, and so I just went with the day shift kind of role. So once casting went through production and made sure everything was processed with if they wanted to pick me or not, I was obviously chosen, and I was so excited about it. And then I was asked to kind of make 3 different outfits and send them to wardrobe so they can tell me which one to bring. They ended up picking 2 outfits for me to bring, and I brought those to set. Right away I had to sign contracts and prepare for the call time, which was 8:30 a.m. and it was about 5 days before that they sent me all of these things. So it was very newly fresh, but I kind of really like that, because it didn't really give me time to get nervous or to overthink things. I really like when things are just like from one day to the next, because I can't really think about it, and it's just a lot easier like that. So let's talk about the day of the shoot. I live pretty close to where we were shooting. However, I still left about an hour early, just because I heard before, if you're on time for your call time, then you're late. You always want to be very, very early. And I left an hour early just because I wanted to get there very early. However, that did not work out for me, because I did not expect traffic to be as bad as it was. And so I ended up getting to the parking lot where they were picking us up in the shuttle at like 8:20 or something like that. So 10 minutes early. So not as early as I wanted and as I anticipated, but still, you know, not late or anything like that, thankfully. So we were told to kind of park in a parking lot, and then we were going to be shuttled to a house like 2 minutes away. And it was so sketchy, especially for this being my first time. And I think it was also because I, you know, was only 10 minutes early and everybody else had gotten there a lot earlier, but I was the only one in the parking lot, and this like shuttle pulls up, and kind of the guy gets out of the car and he like opens the back, and I'm like, am I like supposed to get in there? Like, are you gonna kidnap me? And I was like fully marching towards the shuttle with the thought that I could get kidnapped at this point. So I was like on my guard, but he was really nice. And then, you know, as we were driving, I was like, yeah, this is totally legit. Hopefully. And so we finally got to the house, and it was a gorgeous, gorgeous house. The place that we shot in was a really nice area and one of my favorite areas near where I live. And so the house, let's just say, was very big and very nice. And so I got out of the car, I got out of the shuttle. I have my little, you know, little baggie with my clothes in it, which was super exciting. And I walked up, they took my temperature, and then literally nobody even talked to me after they took my temperature. I was like, where am I supposed to go? So I asked somebody, and they're like, oh, you're supposed to go inside, blah, blah, this way, that way. So I go inside, and immediately I just feel at home because there were lights everywhere, there were cameras everywhere, the prop people were still putting things together, the camera crew was talking, the director was there, and I just felt so at home. And I love, love, love being around this kind of tech and this kind of crew. It just feels so natural and it feels so right. And so I wasn't nervous at all, but this just put me more at ease. So I was very, very just excited. So then I walked down the hallway and there was wardrobe. And I don't know, the vibe was just so good that day. I could immediately tell that all of these people were creatives and here to just have a good time. And so while the wardrobe people were like steaming our clothes and everything like that, I got to talk with a lot of the actors who are really, really awesome and fun, especially these two women that were there. They were like literally hysterical. It was like watching a show or something like that. They were absolutely phenomenal and so fun. But I just realized also that actors and just like film crew people are so nice and so fun to talk to, because usually during your everyday life it can get kind of difficult to connect with people, but when you're on a set it's just like you're all there to have a good time and you're all there for the same thing, and so it just builds this camaraderie that's very easy to maintain. So in that same room that I was in, there was wardrobe and there was hair and makeup. I expected wardrobe to be like steaming my clothes and everything like that, but I actually did not expect to get my hair and makeup done, which was really a surprise and really a treat, because they told us beforehand to just do our makeup and our hair like it was in the audition, and so that's what I did. I wasn't really expecting anything other than touch-ups, but they literally sat me down in a chair and they like put the little thing over my shoulders and they like were doing my makeup and then my hair, and it was just like, oh my god, like this is the treat. Like this is what Jessica Chastain feels like every single day. But it was really, really fun, and I definitely want to do that again because it's just pampering, and I love pampering, not Pampers. That's a different thing, if you didn't know. So after that, we just kind of sat in the trailer, which was that specific bedroom. This is where we spent most of our time in, and they called out the actors that had speaking parts first to the set, and then I was the first extra that they called to go and be in the set. In this scene, I won't say too much, but I will say that we were sitting down at a table, and it was like people around a table. And so while we were sitting there, we had to be extremely quiet and we had to be extremely still so that the camera crew could kind of tell exactly how they were going to start filming. And then, you know, the prop designers were like over our shoulders and all over us, like putting props on the table and stuff like that. So that was the only part that was a little bit uncomfortable because like I had to sit really still, and it was kind of hard sometimes. But after that, they got all set. We were told to kind of ad-lib and just kind of like say like, this is really delicious, or like, this is really cool, I can't believe we're here, oh my god, watermelon, 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 you know, just saying whatever, because the voices weren't really going to be recorded in that scene. So that was really funny, and I definitely laughed a lot. And then I also got an extra part because I got to be one of the people who did a specific isolated part at the table. I can't really explain what it was, but you'll see. Hopefully they keep that part in. But that was really cool too because I got to really interact with the director, just me and the director. So then after that, we were told to go back to the room, all of us, and we just kind of hung out there again. And then some more of the actors were called back out to do more speaking parts. And when I tell you that the rest of us sat in there for about 6 hours for the rest of the day, that's literally what happened. Like, we were sitting there for 6 hours, which wasn't a big deal because everybody was so fun, and we were most of the time, like, when conversation died down, we were like reading books or like on our phone or anything like that. So it was actually very fun. And it wasn't a big deal because I know that that is what happens when you're an actor. Like, you are paid for the waiting because of how long you wait, because of how much they have to set up, and, you know, another character has to be filmed and you're not necessarily in that scene. So just a lot of factors go into that. and I didn't have a problem with it. Like, I literally was fine waiting around because I knew that it was for a greater cause. So after those 6 hours, they came in and wrapped us, not like in cellophane, like wrapped us, like, you're done, go home, we're done with you. We kind of grabbed all our things and then we headed out, waited for the shuttle took us back to our cars, and then it was time to go home. And as I was driving home, my freaking windshield wiper popped off of my car, scaring the bejesus out of me, and I was terrified because I thought it was gonna rain really hard. It ended up not. That's a whole another story, but I was just like, is this like good luck? Is this like a confirmation? Like, what is this? What is this universe? It got fixed, but just thought I'd throw that in there as well. But overall, I had such an amazing experience just with this little part, and it's made me really addicted to it. Like, I want to do it again. I would also like to say, even if you're not into acting, if you really want to get some experience on set and you really want to kind of be around that world, acting is a great way to get on set. There are a lot of paid and even unpaid parts that can give you a lot of experience, and they're not even that much work. A lot of them pay really well for the smallest role, and so that's something definitely that I've learned and that you should probably do as well if you want to gain some more experience on set. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had so much fun making this video and kind of explaining my process of my new acting persona. Literally just kidding, like, it's just acting. I'm such an actress, oh my god. I'm being so annoying right now. Okay, but I'm really excited that I got to share this with you guys. Let me know if you guys have had any acting experience before or just experience that you've had on set. If you did like this video, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up so I know to make more additional content like this. Don't forget to click the subscription button down below and click the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time that I upload a video. And I leave all of my social media links in the description box below so that we can chat and become the best of friends. And I just wanted to say we are very close to 1,000 subscribers, so going back to that subscription part, if you could subscribe, that would be great. I'm thinking of doing a Q&A or a live stream when we do hit 1,000 subscribers, so depending on when that is, you will have more information on my Instagram account. So thank you guys again for watching. I love you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye!